Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, uh, thank you for giving us the opportunity and sharing your valuable time with us. Also, we are glad that we have you with us out here today, and would be waiting for you to highlight us or to enlighten us about the subject embedded systems, so that the students
Mhm.
who will be watching us will get to know what embedded system is and what it is all about. So I would
Wonderful.
request you to start with giving us a brief introduction about yourself, sir.
Hi everyone. My name is Debashis Mazumdar. I work for Fujisoft Incorporated Japan in the Global Business Division. We are an embedded system software company, and we are one of the leading Japanese embedded systems company. In Japan, we hold close to around 70% market share with an annual revenue of $3 billion. Um, I have been in this field for the last 13 years, and I have seen how the market has grown in the embedded systems, especially in the emerging economies, like the one we are talking about today in India. It's a pleasure to join this interview and to share some valuable feedback as well as news from this sector.
Thank you, sir. So to start with, can you just tell us what is the importance of embedded system as a career option?
See, embedded systems as a career option is something very bright, I would say, especially when we look into India with the Make in India campaign, which has been launched by the government of India under the mighty ministry and all, wherein the government has given special focus on the ESD industry, which is the electronic system design industry. And the government of India is also focusing more on, making India an electronics hub for manufacturing. So as and when more and more such electronics companies they start coming in and manufacturing in India, the career options for the embedded systems engineer will rise. Today we have large design houses, we have large chip manufacturing companies whose design houses are based in India, and that actually offers a very big opportunity for the people who are specializing in these areas. And it is also very important to specialize in certain very core areas wherein the career options are unlimited, I would say. In India, in the coming years, with companies like Foxconn coming up, with companies like your Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, Intel being there, the career options in these areas will be unlimited in the future time.
Right, sir. Sir, a few examples of the type of companies, or which are the companies are hiring embedded system specialists, sir?
Okay, so largely this can be categorized into a few companies. So one type of companies are the chip manufacturing companies. So let's say when we're talking about chip manufacturing companies, we're talking about, let's say, the semiconductors or the non-semiconductor PCB type of companies also. So we have companies like your Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, we have like your Intel, we have like your Renesas. Okay, these are one type of companies where the embedded systems engineers play an important role. Then we have companies like Bosch, Infineon. We have companies like Continental. We have companies like, let's say, your Foxconn, wherein embedded systems engineers are again needed. And then we have third type of companies wherein you have the larger IT companies like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Capgemini, Cognizant, Tech Mahindra. These are the other type of companies wherein your embedded systems engineers are very much needed. And then we have product-specific companies. Let's say the software product-specific companies like Ansys, Synopsys, Zuken, Cadence, Mentor Graphics. These are another type of companies wherein these embedded systems engineers can play a very important role. Right. Again, coming back to the same old point of ESDM in the India in the future. So the career is not limited to the companies that I just mentioned, but also to many other smaller design firms which are based out of Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Gurgaon, and so on and so forth, where these embedded systems engineers have a very bright prospect in careers.
Right. So if you can just tell us what are the benefits of doing embedded system course in the Indian as well as in the international market?
So see, the embedded systems courses that you do over here, obviously they are much cheaper as in compared to when you go to abroad. Any education which you're going abroad is going to be cheaper. Most of the embedded systems engineers who pass out from, let's say, any college in India or from anywhere outside India also, that is limited to a certain section. They learn more on the job. When you go and work with, let's say for example, our company, Fujisoft, we hire a lot of embedded systems engineers. And our training is more on the job. So education plays obviously an important role over here with the new technologies coming in. So how do you integrate Python with with the system? How do you integrate the other let's say the programs with the systems? It plays an important role. Education is definitely very good. In India, there are a lot many academic institutions which are offering embedded system courses, and I think this should be taken as an extra effort. Apart from being an electronics engineer, once you complete the electronics engineer, I think you should specialize in embedded systems. That's where you can make a difference when you go for an interview or
Right.
go look for a job, as a matter of fact.
Right. So what differentiates the curriculum of Center of Excellence from the rest of the institutes that are available?
So the Center of Excellence, when it was set up in 2020, the idea was to provide hands-on learning for this courses. So every course, every embedded system course that we do, it comes with an internship opportunity. In internship opportunity, the students spend a lot of time in developing new solutions, new products, along with the various companies that we are tied up with. And they learn on the job. So one part is obviously learning what it is about, the theory part or let's say the programming part of it, understanding the specifics of what is there in the embedded systems, various parts of embedded systems, and then again learning that particular knowledge which you have learned in theory, you apply it in an internship opportunity on a live project. So the internship opportunity creates a value add for the students, and most of the students who are during their internship period, they are offered multiple jobs while they're doing their internships. So we as a Center of Excellence actually don't have to do much when it comes down to the placement for these students, because the internship opportunities create jobs for themselves. So I think the 70% hands-on learning that we provide to the students during this term is a key differentiator between us and anybody else.
Right. So lastly, the question which revolves around every student's mind is, what are the placement opportunities from Center of Excellence, and what are the kind of past placement record that we have out here?
So we have got two different models over here. One model is obviously the hire, train, deploy, wherein now a lot of large operations, whether it's smart metering companies or whether it is large IT companies, they are coming to us and saying that you provide us with embedded systems engineering. So this is like they will give an exam, they will clear that exam by the company, and the company selects them, and then we provide training to them. So it's like before you actually do the course, you are already placed in some organization. That is number one. Number two is that when the students go for internships, which is basically somebody who has got admitted themselves into a normal embedded systems course, they generally do a 3 months internship, and over there they generally get placed. So there are companies like Cognizant, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, then your like Zodia Tech and all, Capgemini, they come and recruit the students. So so the opportunities are large, and for the students who are participating in this course, either through a hire, train, deploy model or through this other model, they are well placed in the organizations, and the starting salaries can be as high as 9 lakh, 10 lakh rupees to start with. In this area of work.
Okay. So we thank you a lot for sharing your time with us, for sharing your knowledge,